Hi, you guys. Hi. Firstly, I would like to welcome all of my new supporters. Welcome, you guys, on this page. We try to encourage, cultivate, and motivate each other, all from a place of love and drawing closeness to God, um, and just learning to heal. So, yeah, and to my usual supporters, hi, you guys, welcome back. I missed you. So, um, Today we are going to talk about trusting God no matter what, honestly. So of course, I always tell my story because I can't talk about anyone else but me. The story today is about my dad, and during his last days on it. I spoke about him already some time ago, but this is just in a different aspect, right? So, my dad, he, for years before he passed away, he suffered from diabetes and high blood pressure. And because of that, one day he had a massive heart attack and went into a coma. So while his time in the hospital, I was informed that he was in the hospital. So I went to see him a day, and while he was in the hospital, he was like terrible. He was connected to all these machines, and he just wasn't responding. At least to my understanding, he wasn't responding to us something. So I started to pray. I would pray for days, and pray for him, pray that, and I believed in my heart deeply that he would come back to us and be able to use his miracle as a testimony to God. But everyone around me was like, "Yeah, Akiba, you need to face reality that it's just not going to happen. We have to learn to let him go. We have to pray that he find his way safely." But that wasn't my reality, and I just wasn't able to give him up. And so I continued praying and praying and praying. But it just so happened it didn't work. He passed away a few years ago. Um, and being honest, because of that because that happened, it honestly took it changed me a lot because um I believe so much in my heart and spirit that my father would survive and be able to be amongst the living with us today. And it started to make me doubt a little because, like, you know, just why? Um, and but years later, I I wouldn't lie, it hurt a lot. For years I carried that trauma with me, like having to lose him because I wasn't really prepared. I just couldn't let go. I couldn't let go of him because he was my everything. I was his only child. I grew up with him. He was like me. Um, a few years later down the line after he passed away, I now understand that this was meant to be because no matter what I could have done, I just had to let God do his work, let God take charge. And I was trying to go against God and try to fight God against what he had to do. Um, and because of that, it carry me, it led me down a really dark path in life, and I just couldn't keep up until one day God called me and he showed me why it is my father had to go, because he needed to go, because that was supposed to be a trigger for me to come back to him, to be able to, because if my father stayed alive, he would have been in pain, or he would have been hospitalized, or he would have been bedridden, or nobody would honestly be there for him 24/7, because we wasn't being real. We wasn't really able to hire a nurse to be with him 24/7. So it would have been hard on us too. And my father, knowing the person he was, he never liked being a burden to anybody. So that would have take a toll on him as well mentally. So I understand now that what is to be will be, and we just have to learn to trust God with everything, even the most painful things. We have to learn to trust him, and just, yes, it is really tough. It will be tough, because this is people that we love, this is people that we grew up with, but challenging times is there to build us and bring us stronger with Christ. So yeah, because of that as well, that was also something that God used to draw me closer to him. Even though at first it pulled me away from him, he used that story to bring me closer to him as well. So I know that it will be tough for you guys, whoever is going through something like that. I know it is hard, because as I said, these is people that we love, but just give it to God. I'm not saying to let go entirely. I'm not saying to give up, but just let God take charge. You find it somewhere in your heart and your spirit to just give it to God, and if it's meant to be, if that is the outcome, that health and wealth and goodness in the end, I so rooting for you guys. But if it turn out that it has to go the other way, I'm praying for you, and I hope you have the strength to be able to let go. And yeah, of course, talk to someone as well, because it really will take a toll on you mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. It will take a toll. So I went a little long, because this is a very emotional topic for me, sensitive topic for me. I just wanted to get everything out and share it with you guys. So thank you for taking the time to listen at my videos, and as always, I always appreciate you guys for your love, your like, your comment, for sharing, for everything, and thank you. And as always, love and light from me to you.